There was a major study published in 2022 that followed over 6,800 older adults. It found that people who regularly ate ultra-processed cheese had a 69% higher risk of dementia, a 95% higher risk of stroke, and a 73% higher chance of early death. That sounds frightening, doesn't it? But there's more. These are the same cheeses often labeled as light, low-fat, or easy to digest. The ones sold in nearly every supermarket and possibly sitting in your fridge right now. Hello and welcome back to Healthy Way Daily. I'm truly happy to see you here. Every time I sit down to share with you, it feels like I'm talking with close family. Today, I want to tell you about something that most people over 60 don't realize, but it can directly affect your heart, your memory, and even how long you live. And it's something many of us eat every morning or evening without thinking: cheese. But don't worry, here's the good news. There are types of cheese not as common, but much better for your health. They can help protect your memory, strengthen your bones, and even reduce inflammation and support healthy aging. In this video, Healthy Way Daily will show you 8 types of cheese, 4 that you should eat regularly after the age of 60 to stay strong and sharp, and 4 that you should avoid completely if you want to protect your body as you age. We'll count down each one, from the least to the most powerful. And cheese number 1 might surprise you. It's a type most people skip over, yet studies have shown it can reduce the risk of death from all causes by over 25%. Sounds hard to believe? But stay with me, because once you understand what's really happening inside your body every time you eat cheese, you might completely change the way you choose your food. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching this from. Leave me a comment below. I always enjoy hearing from you and learning about your journey with health. Now let's begin with the 4th cheese on our list, one that's been called the green elixir of Europe, even though it costs less than a loaf of bread. Cheese number 4, Roquefort, the green elixir of Europe. If you've never tried Roquefort, you might be missing out on one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory foods in the entire cheese world. Roquefort is a traditional blue cheese made from sheep's milk and aged in caves in southern France. In that unique environment, a specific mold called Penicillium roqueforti grows. This mold has been studied for its ability to produce special bioactive peptides that help reduce inflammation and protect blood vessel walls. A 2019 study published in Frontiers in Nutrition found that older adults who ate Roquefort 3 to 4 times per week had 27% lower levels of vascular inflammation compared to those who didn't eat it or ate non-aged cheese. As we age, the body becomes more prone to silent inflammation. It's a key factor behind many chronic conditions like heart disease, Alzheimer's, joint pain, and stroke. But Roquefort doesn't just fight inflammation. It's also rich in vitamin K2, an important nutrient that helps guide calcium into the bones instead of letting it build up in the arteries. Even more, this cheese contains gut-friendly bacteria that produce butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid that nourishes colon cells, improves digestion, strengthens immunity, and lowers the risk of colon cancer. Sounds almost too good to be true, doesn't it? But here's one thing to remember. Roquefort is a raw cheese, so it's best eaten cold, not cooked, to preserve its live cultures. You can crumble it over a fresh salad, enjoy it on whole grain toast, or pair it with walnuts and a drizzle of honey for a nutrient-rich snack. Just 1 to 2 small slices 3 times a week is enough. And one added bonus: after eating Roquefort, most people feel full longer, have fewer sugar cravings, and notice more stable blood sugar levels. Now, the next cheese on our list doesn't just strengthen bones. It might even replace some expensive supplements. And chances are you've already seen it at the store without knowing how valuable it really is. Cheese number 3, Parmigiano Reggiano, the bone protector for seniors. There's something not many people will tell you. After age 60, your body doesn't digest protein or absorb calcium as efficiently as it used to. You might eat all the right nutrients, but your body doesn't fully benefit from them. That's why so many seniors still suffer from weak bones, curved spines, or an increased risk of fractures, even after drinking milk, taking supplements, or eating a balanced diet. But there is one cheese that Italians have trusted for centuries as a natural protector of their bones and joints. It's called Parmigiano Reggiano, also known as true Parmesan. This isn't the pre-graded packaged kind you find at the grocery store. Real Parmigiano Reggiano must be handmade and aged for at least 24 to 36 months under strict regulations in the Emilia-Romagna region of northern Italy. And here's why it's so special. The long aging process breaks down the proteins into tiny amino acids that are easier to absorb, especially for seniors with weaker digestion. In a 3-year study at the University of Parma, older adults who ate Parmigiano Reggiano at least twice a week had 18% higher bone density than those who didn't. Why? Because this cheese isn't just high in calcium. It also has the perfect ratio of calcium to phosphorus and contains enzymes that help your body absorb nutrients and send them directly into the bones instead of flushing them out. But that's not all. Parmigiano Reggiano also contains glutamate, an amino acid that helps with nerve communication. This can support memory and boost mental clarity, and because it's so well aged, it contains little to no lactose, making it a safe choice for seniors who are sensitive to dairy. So if you're looking to replace your daily calcium pill with something more delicious and just as effective, this cheese is a great option. Try grating it over oatmeal, pumpkin soup, or roasted vegetables. It adds flavor and extra nutrients to your meals. And here's another amazing benefit. Parmigiano Reggiano also has natural peptides that fight harmful bacteria like E. coli and Listeria, which can be very dangerous for older adults. This cheese isn't just tasty, it's multifunctional for senior health. But get ready. The next cheese on our list may look simple, but it holds the key to protecting your digestion and preserving muscle as you age. Cheese number 2, cottage cheese, the secret to muscle support and a calm digestive system. Have you ever felt bloated, tired, or uncomfortable after eating cheese or drinking milk? This is actually quite common. After the age of 60, our digestive system becomes more sensitive. But cottage cheese is a special exception. It is a fresh cheese that hasn't been heavily fermented. It's low in lactose and packed with high-quality protein. That's why it has become a trusted companion for older adults. Cottage cheese is especially rich in casein. Casein is a slow-digesting protein that helps maintain muscle mass for hours after you eat. In a 2020 study in the United Kingdom, older adults who ate 1 serving of cottage cheese before bed retained 25% more muscle after just 1 month, compared to those who didn't eat it or ate fast-digesting protein. Even better, if you choose a variety labeled with live active cultures, cottage cheese also contains natural probiotics. These friendly bacteria help improve gut movement, reduce bloating, and support the immune system. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, people over 65 who ate cottage cheese at least 3 times per week had more regular digestion and reported a 17% drop in bloating and digestive discomfort. You can enjoy cottage cheese cold with cucumber, olive oil, and chia seeds, or mix it with fresh fruits like blueberries and flax seeds for a light but nutritious breakfast. Make sure to choose plain varieties with no added sugar or flavors. The flavored versions often contain hidden sugars and additives that can cause inflammation. If you stick to 2 or 3 servings a week, cottage cheese can help you sleep better, digest more easily, and stay physically stronger, especially during the years when muscle loss becomes a bigger concern. But if you think cottage cheese is impressive, just wait until you see cheese number 1. It's often overlooked yet it holds a powerful secret that brain health researchers are now paying close attention to. Cheese number 1. Goat cheese, clean fuel for the aging brain. Now it's time to talk about the number 1 cheese on our list. Not because it's expensive or rare, but because of its quiet yet powerful impact on memory and brain energy after age 60. Goat cheese is something you should seriously consider adding to your weekly routine if you want to stay mentally sharp and support your memory naturally. The first thing that makes goat cheese special is the protein it contains. Goat milk has A2 protein, which is gentler and much less inflammatory than the A1 protein found in cow's milk. For older adults, this difference matters. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients followed more than 1,200 seniors and found that those who regularly consumed A2 dairy had better memory, fewer concentration problems, and lower levels of brain-related inflammation compared to those who consumed A1. Second, goat cheese is rich in healthy medium-chain fatty acids like caprylic and capric acid. These are smart fats. Instead of going through the usual digestive process, they go straight to the liver and are turned into ketones. Ketones are a clean source of fuel for the brain. They are especially helpful in older adults, as the brain becomes less efficient at using glucose for energy. A 2022 study from UCLA found that seniors who added goat milk fats to their diet improved their information processing speed by 17% in just 6 weeks. But there's more. Goat cheese has smaller fat molecules, making it easier to digest. It's less likely to cause bloating or sudden spikes in insulin. That means better energy throughout the day, without the crash. You can enjoy fresh goat cheese, uncooked, paired with beet salad, fresh fruits like figs or pomegranate, or simply spread on whole grain toast with a drizzle of olive oil. Just 1 or 2 servings a week, about 30 to 40 grams each, is enough to make a difference. Be sure to choose a product with no added flavors or long shelf life. Look for goat cheese with a short expiration date and labels that say goat milk and A2 protein. Goat cheese may not be as common as cheddar or mozzarella, but it is a smart investment in your brain, your clarity, and your independence throughout the aging journey. And up next, we'll shift to part 2 of this video. We'll reveal 4 types of cheese that, if still sitting in your fridge, may be slowly harming your memory. 1 bite at a time. By now, you've learned which types of cheese can help keep your body stronger, your memory sharper, and your bones healthier. But stopping here would not be enough, because some types of cheese may seem harmless but are actually slowly harming your digestion, memory, and heart health. The scary part is, they often show no clear symptoms until it's too late. You might only notice something is wrong when memory loss, fatigue, bloating, or high blood pressure begin to appear. So here are 4 types of cheese that people over 60 should consider removing from their regular diet if they want to stay healthy, sharp, and independent. Dangerous cheese. Number 4. Cream cheese, the silent disruptor of digestion. Cream cheese is a common item in many refrigerators. It's soft, creamy, easy to spread on bread, and often used in bagels and desserts. But it's not a good choice for older adults. The main problem is that cream cheese is not a fermented cheese. It doesn't contain probiotics, natural enzymes, or digestive benefits. It is often made with additives like gum, stabilizers, or thickeners. A 2020 study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that people over 60 who regularly consumed non-fermented dairy, especially cream cheese, had higher levels of gut inflammation, slower digestion, and nearly double the risk of leaky gut syndrome. Cream cheese is also low in protein but high in saturated fat. This means it can raise bad cholesterol without giving your body enough protein to support muscle and bone health. Many people eat cream cheese with white bread, pastries, or bagels. This combination quickly raises blood sugar, increases insulin levels, and leads to belly fat. If you enjoy the creamy taste, try switching to plain Greek yogurt or low-fat goat cheese instead. They are easier to digest and offer natural probiotics that support gut health. And stay tuned. The next cheese might be labeled as low-fat, but it could be one of the biggest traps causing inflammation and metabolic problems in older adults. Dangerous cheese. Number 3, low-fat processed cheese, the sweet trap of the food industry. Have you ever thought that choosing low-fat cheese was a smart choice for your health? Unfortunately, the food industry has led us to believe that for decades. We see labels like low-fat, light, or reduced calorie. They sound appealing, especially for older adults trying to manage weight or cholesterol, but inside the package, it's not real cheese. It's a factory-made product, often created from powdered milk, thickeners, emulsifiers, and large amounts of salt. A 2022 study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Healthy Aging followed hundreds of adults over 60. It found that those who regularly consumed low-fat processed cheese had a 23% higher risk of developing metabolic syndrome. What is metabolic syndrome? It is a group of conditions that includes high blood pressure, belly fat, insulin resistance, and high bad cholesterol. Together, these increase the risk of diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. Why does this happen? When the natural fat is removed from cheese, manufacturers replace it with texture agents and artificial flavors such as sodium phosphate, carrageenan, and other synthetic additives. These chemicals can disrupt your metabolism, especially in older adults whose liver and kidneys are already working harder with age. Worse, just one slice of low-fat cheese can contain up to 400 milligrams of sodium. That's nearly 1/4 of the daily recommended salt intake for seniors. And most people eat 2 slices at once without realizing it. But the biggest danger is the false sense of safety. Because it's labeled low-fat, many people feel free to eat more. They pair it with white bread, sausage, or fast food burgers. This creates a highly processed meal full of salt and sugar, but lacking in real nutrition. If you really crave melted cheese, try grating a small amount of real cheese instead. Aged cheddar, Swiss cheese like Gruyere or provolone all have stronger flavor, better nutrition, and are easier to control in portions. Or try fresh ricotta cheese mixed with herbs. It's tasty, natural, and avoids the trap of processed food. We are not against cheese, but after 60, we need to choose more wisely, because every bite of food, no matter how small, shapes your health one day at a time. And the next cheese on our list may look elegant and gourmet, but it could be hiding dangerous bacteria without you even knowing. Dangerous cheese. Number 2. Brie. Soft and elegant but hiding serious bacterial risks, brie. The name sounds fancy and refined. Soft, creamy, mildly fragrant, and often served in neat slices next to grapes, walnuts, and a glass of red wine. But did you know that behind its luxurious image lies a serious risk for people over 60? Brie belongs to a group of soft, surface-ripened cheeses. This means the outside of the cheese is covered in mold to ripen it from the outside in. This kind of moist, low-acid environment creates the perfect condition for a dangerous bacteria called Listeria monocytogenes. According to the CDC, people over 60 are 4 times more likely to get infected with Listeria compared to younger adults. And when seniors do get infected, recovery is often harder because of weaker immune systems and slower digestion. A 2021 study that reviewed hospital records from 14 countries found that 41% of older adults who caught Listeria from soft cheeses like brie had to be rushed to the hospital. Some developed blood infections, neurological problems, or even died. Even if the brie is made with pasteurized milk, its soft texture, moisture, and low acidity make it easy for bacteria to return during shipping or storage. And it's not just about bacteria. Brie also contains high levels of saturated fat, around 8 grams per serving, which can raise LDL cholesterol if eaten often. Very little protein or probiotics, a compound called tyramine, which may trigger headaches or raise blood pressure, especially in people taking blood pressure medication or MAOIs in short. Brie may be a treat for younger, healthy people, but for adults over 60, it's a risk that may not be worth taking. If you enjoy soft and creamy cheese, consider safer alternatives like soft fermented goat cheese or skyr, a thick Icelandic-style yogurt that's high in protein and probiotics. Yes, we can still enjoy delicious foods, but we need to do it wisely, at the right time, in the right way, and for the right body. And now, get ready for the most dangerous cheese on our list. It's also the most common one, sitting in millions of refrigerators today, possibly harming your brain and heart day by day without you even noticing. Dangerous cheese. Number 1, American cheese, the silent destroyer in your fridge. Have you ever eaten a grilled cheese sandwich with that bright orange melted cheese? It's convenient, familiar, and surprisingly dangerous. American cheese is not real cheese. It's an ultra-processed product created in laboratories, not farms. Its main goal is to melt fast, keep its color, stay cheap, and last longer on shelves. But what's the cost of that convenience? One slice contains up to 300 milligrams of salt and nearly 5 grams of saturated fat. It has no probiotics, no digestive enzymes, and no fermentation value. It's full of additives like sodium phosphate, sorbic acid, artificial coloring, and chemical emulsifiers. A 5-year study published in 2020 in Aging Clinical and Experimental Research followed more than 1,000 adults over 60. It found that those who consumed ultra-processed dairy products like American cheese more than 4 times a week had a 29% higher risk of cognitive decline. Their memory and brain function scores were significantly lower. Why does this happen? Because emulsifiers and preservatives in industrial cheese can disrupt the gut microbiome. This directly affects the brain's ability to produce serotonin and dopamine, which are key for memory and mental health. It doesn't stop there. American cheese doesn't make you feel full for long. People often eat more of it, feel hungry sooner, and crave sugar or refined carbs afterward. So it doesn't just hurt your health, it messes with your eating habits and your body's natural energy balance. The biggest problem? American cheese is often marketed as rich in calcium and made from real milk. But the truth is, it's rich in additives, sodium, and chemicals, and poor in real nutrition. So what should you do instead? If you want a cheese that melts easily, choose real aged cheddar, Swiss, or provolone. At least then you're giving your body real enzymes, real protein, and not falling for the bright yellow plastic illusion. And now we've completed the list of 4 cheeses to enjoy and 4 to avoid after age 60. So how can we eat cheese in a smart, healthy way to support our body every day? Let's wrap it all up in the final action summary coming next. You see, just one slice of cheese, something that seems so harmless, can lead you down 2 very different paths. One leads to strong bones, clear memory, and smooth digestion. The other leads to silent inflammation, fatigue, brain fog, and increased risk of disease. It's not because cheese is bad. It's because most of us were never taught how to choose the right kind. After age 60, every small decision about food carries greater weight. And those daily choices are quietly writing your health story. If you've ever thought, "I'm old now. It doesn't matter what I eat," please don't give up on yourself. Your body still has the power to heal and grow stronger if you give it the chance. Starting today. Begin with one simple step. Open your fridge. How many slices of processed cheese are sitting there? Which ones should you swap out? And which healing? Cheeses can you add to your weekly routine? You don't need a big transformation. Just change one small habit and stick with it every week. In just a few months, you may feel a powerful difference. If you found today's video helpful, please give Healthy Way Daily a like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. What kind of cheese are you eating now? After watching this video, which one will you keep and which one will you replace? We read every comment and truly appreciate each message from you, because this is more than just a YouTube channel. This is a community of people who care deeply about how they live and want to live longer, healthier, and with more purpose. See you in the next video, where we'll continue our journey to healthy aging with science, warmth, and inspiration.